y'all. We're here to celebrate one of your projects. How you doing? Good morning. Yes. Oh my gosh, I'm so grateful to be out here today to celebrate you all and this beautiful accomplishment that we did as a team, but mostly you all did the labor, the imagining, the implementation of it. I'm just grateful and glad that we could be partners and allies in helping make that happen and getting it over the finish line. My name is Dionisio Hernandez. I'm the council member who represents this part of the city. This is Angelino Heights in CD1. It's great to be here with you today. I want to start off by giving my deep gratitude and thank yous to Department of Transportation General Manager Connie Llanos, who's just been amazing in this project, but I think I've seen a few of you all in a few other events, and that's really exciting to just be out here implementing a lot of your ideas. DOT engineers and staff, Damien Kevitt and from SAFE, community members who have been advocating for safety improvements, like Claire, being out here, with us, pushing the community, pushing us to communicate to make it happen as well. We couldn't do it without your partnership, so very grateful for you. As we all know, since the Fast and the Furious franchise began, this location has been a hotspot for drag racing, donut holes, and dangerous street activities. You can turn around, see on the street, there's still the residual skid marks of donuts and other things that they're doing with their cars. And the safety improvements that we do today are truly a testament of the ongoing work and organizing from local residents and from safe street advocates who have been working tirelessly for years to address the danger and to save lives. I'm grateful for the dedicated work of our DOT staff, your entire team. Truly grateful for you all both working on this project, but even taking time out of your day on all your other projects to be here to celebrate this morning. And we've worked with community and other stakeholders to bring more ballards and new road restriping and restricted parking from Bellevue to Sunset Boulevard. I want to let you know that all the driving from down there, and literally you can feel the impact of a space where you cannot just drive without paying attention. There really is a lot of direction, and you got to pay attention with all this new safety infrastructure. So I'm really glad. And I also want to shout out Streets Are For Everyone Safe for working with us to complete outreach to the neighborhood prior to the construction of the project, as well as my field staff, our planning director, our transportation planner, who's also our field deputy, one of our field deputies, who have been consistent and who have been consistently in touch with many of the different stakeholders. My hope is that this is just the beginning of our work together. This is phase 1 of this project. Phase 2 is our job of trying to find additional millions of dollars to expand potentially this green space so that we can make this safety more permanent, because we want it to outlive, our time here, right? We want it to be something that the community can enjoy forever. My hope is that, we can continue to work on phase 2 and phase 3 of whatever this looks like. And by continuing to partner with city departments, advocates and neighbors, we can make the spirit of Vision Zero a reality. More pedestrian safety, more bike infrastructure, and building a people-centered city, not a car-centered city, which this whole neighborhood has been built for cars. So thank you again for being here today to celebrate phase 1 of this project. DOT engineers, DOT staff, DOT team, all the way from the folks who are installing this infrastructure, but to the folks who are designing it. We couldn't do this without you, and I look forward to even our other projects. So if you have any ideas, let's go. We have a lot of high injury network intersections, and I know that our district has been starved a lot of the actual infrastructure that could keep people safe. So please see us as an ally, anything we can do to support y'all. We came in mid-budget process this year, but we're starting fresh in the next year. So let's ask for the whole pie so we can get all the money and resources we need to make more of this happen. Thank you so much. Now, I'm going to introduce GM of DOT, Connie Llanos. Thank you.
Good morning, buenos dias. So excited to be here. Really, Councilmember Hernandez really said it all, right? This project is about addressing community needs and really using all of the creativity that exists at the Los Angeles Department of Transportation to tackle a persistent issue. Excessive speeding kills. It just does. And to see that tackle a beautiful residential community like Angelino Heights It really impedes the quality of life of people who live here. There are shops and churches that people want to be able to attend and access, and when you don't feel safe in your own community, that's impossible to do, and it's also a terrible impact on your day-to-day life. But again, this project really symbolizes what is possible when teams work together. The creativity that was employed, the ability to listen to community members and hear their feedback directly and use it to really inform and co-create this design. The ability to work with the advocacy community like Damien and the entire team at SAFE, and really embed into this project not only existing best practices, but to test out the new best practices that we want to take to other parts of the city. So we're incredibly grateful for the partnership that has allowed us to do that, because it will not only make Angelino Heights safer, it will allow us to bring this type of safety treatment to other parts of the city of Los Angeles that so sorely need it. We hear the challenge about doing more work in this district, and we're so excited to have a partner that will allow us to do that. So LADOT team, I'm gonna thank everybody here because this is a celebration of all of your work, and I wanna make sure I do not forget to mention anybody. So I'm gonna start off with Kaylin Pell, who led an amazing team to do that. Kaylin, Nick Osborne, Tina Huang, Lila Johnston, Alvaro Cuevas, Charles Lee, Wendy Navarrete, Juan Ochoa, Eduardo Martin, of course, I cannot forget Mr. Brian Gallagher, and my partner in all things street safety, Chief Engineer Dan Mitchell, who's an incredible support for this entire team. I hope I didn't forget anybody, because each of you all are incredibly important to the finality of this project. And again, I just cannot thank you all enough for bringing your A game, bringing your creativity, and delivering for this community. The impacts will be felt for generations, and we're going to keep working. Pretty soon we'll come here and celebrate at People Street Plaza. That's what I'm looking forward to. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Connie. I'd like to invite one of the people who has been really important, a person who has been integral to this project, making sure that actually meets the needs of community and isn't just something that we're coming to do and take over. Claire, I would like to invite you to come and speak. Claire is a community resident representing Angelino Heights and has been organizing folks in this community to make this happen. Thank you, Claire, for joining us.
Thank you, and thank you so much to everyone. I want to echo everything that Councilmember Hernandez and DOT has said and start by thanking the Council Office and LADOT for investing in these street safety improvements. It's exactly this type of smart street infrastructure improvements, rather than relying on outdated modes of policing, that bring public safety and create safe spaces in our neighborhood. And it's been so exciting to see. It's also been exciting to see all the creativity that put this into place so quickly. I want to thank everybody from the LADOT workers who literally physically built these bollards, to the CD1 guests, to the CD1 field deputies and the council member herself, and the engineers and designers at LADOT who have engaged so wonderfully with our community and heard what we've said. I also want to thank all of my neighbors and the grassroots organizations like SAFE that have helped push for these changes. As folks have said, we are really looking forward to stage 2, investing in this beautiful pocket park right here, Marion Park, where our community already held a potluck just last Memorial Day weekend to celebrate these changes. 24 people showed up for a block party and a pizza party in the neighborhood. We mingled, we discussed the park, and we're all very excited to see more greenery, more plants, and more improvements to this park here. So thank you to everyone again, and we look forward to helping work with you on more changes. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Claire. And yes, I can't wait for phase 2. And I can't wait to open up this People's Plaza with y'all. I'm sure we're gonna make it happen. Next, I'd like to invite Damian Kevitt with SAFE to join me, please. Welcome. Thank you.
Well, this is a time of thanks. I want to just start off by saying I am, and I speak on behalf of the whole community, so grateful to Councilmember Hernandez because the community has been begging for changes for well over 20 years. 20 years begging. And it's been stopped. It's not been even ignored. It's actually been stopped by previous elected officials who I shall not name. Those who shall not be named. And it was only because we have a council member who really cares about the community, not other things, that this is moving forward, and gave LADOT the yes. Let's make this happen. And then it was the creativity of LADOT, of the engineers, of everyone putting in hard work. And I'm just going to share a very short anecdote. I won't name names on this, but I talked with one of the engineers working on this who told me how much this project brought to life the purpose of a traffic engineer, of you as traffic engineers, and reinvigorated. Like, this is why we are traffic engineers. This is why we are doing our jobs, is to do things like this, to make communities better. And that stuck with me, listening to that story about how much this project has brought back to the traffic engineers at LADOT there. And so anyway, thank you from the bottom of my heart to all of you. I want to reiterate that none of this would have been possible also without community members. They came to SAFE. I had a number of them, Claire, Michelle, Bea, community members from around, working with us. It's because of them that we had protests and we stood up, and democracy worked, and the right to demand a safer community. And that was what really sort of sparked all of this moving forward. And then obviously with your support and being able to actually make this happen, which I don't think this would have happened with previous. So thank you again. We are looking forward. We are in this as an organization for the long haul. We are in this with this community to take this through phase 2 and beyond, because all of LA should be like this. Thank you.
Thank you, Street Services. Appreciate you. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here again. I hope you all are feeling the love, DOT, because we could not be doing this without you. And I hope you all have a good rest of your day. I hope you get some good lunch. Take your time, get into the office, get some breakfast. They deserve it. Thank you again. And I look forward to our next project. Appreciate y'all. Have a good day. Take care.